Everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Ngatikata Unu First Nations people and welcome to you, your guides, my guides in the universal energies. Absolute pleasure to have you along today. Oh boy, oh boy. I don't know that I got much sleep yesterday. I spent most of yesterday reading your comments, so thank you so much for them. And yeah, fabulous specialist appointments this morning. Just got back and just had lunch. So, hey, why not hop on and get rid of some of these questions? So, let's get started. Now, I have a whole page full of things. We'll see where the boys take me today. Entertainment only, and I will break them back down into the slightly shorter videos because that seems to work better for most people. Cup of tea length if we can. Okay, what I first of all want to say is deep breath. Yes, very much deep breath. What are we up to in day 4? And it has been wild. It feels like it's been a lifetime too long. However, I do want to point out that these executive order after executive order after executive order that he is signing, they don't hold water. A couple of examples are, first of all, the one that that you are the sex of what you are at conception. Well, actually, gender isn't determined until about 6 to 7 weeks of gestation, and at conception, they're all female. So hey, whatever. If everybody wants to identify as female, go for it. So that's an absolute nonsense one. But what I'm talking about is the birther that's been challenged legally. Federal judges already come out and said, nah, it doesn't hold water because it's in the Constitution. It would require constitutional change. Just trying to think what else he's brought through. Oh, the WHO, the Paris Accord. No, he cannot leave. He can write a letter saying he intends to leave, but he cannot actually just leave. So those don't hold water either. The only thing that he can do out of what he's doing, there's the odd thing that slips through, is that I believe he's pardoned the anti-abortion activists and he's pardoned the January 6th police bashers and all the rest of it. Well, that went over really well with the police union, didn't it? It's like the police union that supported him, and it's like, really, he told you he was going to do this? What bit did you not get? Anyhow, I said the other day it's going to be a death by 1,000 cuts for him because he's just going to annoy a sector every single time. But one thing that he has done, and this is what I felt was really important, was that he has spiky signed so that the CDC and the National Health, the ones that release the reports, the ones that do the assessments, the ones that let the public know, are not allowed to say or do or report anything on bird flu. Now, didn't we have a pandemic last time and the CDC and the Federal Health, etc., were silenced that time around? How did that go? So please, Google is your friend most of the time, aside from the fact that it's online, but just keep yourself aware. A number of you said, oh, I didn't realise the WHO executive order didn't hold water. Well, in New Zealand, it took me 2 seconds to just put it in and find out. So please, if you don't know, research. If you are unsure, research. So the bird flu is a worry. It's not desperate yet, but it has the potential to be. So just keep yourself aware, and if you feel a need to, and a vaccine becomes available, because now they know what they're doing with vaccines, and vaccines are available, please take the step to get vaccinated if you want. So that's the one that really worries me. As for the rest, well, think back to when he signed an executive order that he was going to build how many thousands of kilometres of border wall, and Mexico was going to pay for it. And how much did he actually get built? And I don't think Mexico paid for that squibbly little few kilometres. And the rest of it, when you went out and had a look, was simply barbed wire strung between tolls, etc. So deep breath. Now, fabulous advice was given yesterday, is do not worry about what you do not have any control over. Worry is a completely wasted energy. If you can take action, take action. If you're worrying about something and you're not sure what to do, write down all the options of what you can do. And then if any of those you can actually do, and then if it's in regards to Social Security or Medicaid or anything like that, one of those options might be contact your local representative. Another option might be form a support group of other people who have the same concern, because it is about being in numbers. This is why they're trying to divide. It is about being a unified in numbers. Form a support group. Um, Write down what actions you can do, and then if you can do any of them, do them. If you can't do any of them, then there's no point in worrying about any of it, because you've already looked at all your options and there's nothing you can do about it. So take a deep breath and let it go, and your brain will let it go because it has covered all the options. So just please, please, please be aware. Now, Democracy Docket is being very active at the moment. They've given some great advice, I believe, on their website, including staying engaged. This is being aware, but not immersing yourself in the emotion of it. So stay engaged. Help the representatives in your area and in other areas that are fighting for you in whatever way you can. If it can't be financially, maybe you can write postcards, or maybe you can man phones, or whatever it is. Help your local representatives. Don't do Trump's work. In other words, don't lean into, believe what he's telling you, research it to see whether what he's actually telling you is a lie or not, because he's not known for telling the truth. So don't do his work for him, and his work is to create divisiveness and fear. So take steps that you can do yourself, and use your voice, use your town square voice. Support groups, talking to people. If you've got anyone who is from another country in your area, let them know. If you feel that you can, just reach out to them and just let them know that you are there if they need somebody, if they need some help interpreting or something along those lines, because I gather all the Spanish has been taken off the White House website. So again, just whatever you can do. But what do I want to have a look at? Oh, what else the boys wanted to tell me is, they're telling me about again, reminding me there is no clock or calendar on the other side. Things will happen when they are meant to. When what is happening on this earthly plane reaches a certain point, the change moment will come. So that's why trying to predict timing is terrible. I watched a few readers last night that were predicting timing, and they were going, oh, well, apparently Trump will be in there for years, but hang on, it could be only 2 months. Hang on, it could be 1 week. So timing is absolutely hopeless. It will happen when it is meant to. What I want to have a look at, okay. Oh, I removed the comment on my community page about the fact that I was in the angry stage of grief, worked right through it. I have removed it because there was comments of other people who were at certain stages, venting themselves at certain stages of the grief process, and it was getting a little bit, didn't need to be still there, so I have removed it. But this is a safe space. I do remove comments if they are attacking anybody else, or just unpleasant or nasty, especially if they're trolling me. If you're a Trump supporter, this is not the channel for you. So just be aware. I just like to keep it as a safe space and nice and clean and tidy, and a positive, loving environment. Okay, what do I want to look at? I'm going to hell off like not. So, apparently, lip readers have said that as Harris was walking into the thing, And I won't call it the whatever it was, because as a number of you have pointed out that I had read that there was going to a fake inauguration, and I do wonder. I'm not feeling that this was deliberately faked, this thing that was done, but I do wonder if, when it's found out to be untrue, that it is considered fake. But anyhow, Harris walking in appears to have said justice is coming to Biden, and she said it in full view of the cameras, knowing the cameras was there. She looked at the camera first. Joe Biden has changed his social media banners to big blue with "Keep the Faith" written on it. Oh, well, okay, we'll see what we can read into that. But NATO apparently has currently meeting, and undergoing discussions about election interference. France and Germany have both come out and accused Leon Muskrat of interfering in their elections, or attempting to. Romania came out and said, well, he bloody well did. And they canned their elections and started again. And I did read a while back that that's how they would get it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. That's how they would approach the stealing of the election, is via the Elon Muskrat. So I want to have a look now. Gosh, I'm rabbiting on. I do apologise. The other week, was it last week that I had that time shift? And boy, did that freak me out while I was chatting to you. And apparently the eyes went blurry or something. I'm not quite sure what happened there. An actual shift in time. And I've been having a couple of days to think about that. And I am wondering whether, because prior to that moment, I was adamant that information was going to come forward before the thing. It was going to come out, was going to come out, was going to come out. Time shift didn't come out. I'm wondering whether the decision was made. Right. We have, as I'm talking about this, justice is coming to bring this to an end. Now, if you think of the Rider-Waite Smith deck, it's got the horse with death on it, trampling over the emperor whose crown has fallen off his head, and the sun is rising on a new day. Now, this is my Gilded Tarot Royale. I am really wondering, we've got justice and death just fell out. I am really wondering whether a decision was made and Joe and Harris were told to hold off. Now you'll notice that Shapiro is saying, ooh, in Pennsylvania, not doing anything. Do wonder if they've been told to hold off, because this is coming from a different angle. So, 30 minutes in, let me throw some cards. Is my vibe on this right? Now, I'm not going to do a timing. I've got a card that's fallen out there. I'm not going to do a timing. That is my feeling on this right. Was that time shift because plan D was being put into play? Okay. Was that time shift telling Joe to hold off? The card that fell out. That's 3 from 3 major arcana. This is really big. The devil card. Allowing the devil to dance to the tune. In regards to this evil, I don't like the terms devil, evil, good versus bad, etc., because there's so many layers of grey in between. But this is the energy of the moment. Okay, So were they asked to undertake was the time shift part of a different plan? Okay, what I'm getting from that is the devil taking that helmet off, the devil exposing himself, which is what Trump is doing. Okay, challenged by a difficult decision in regards to the truth, the legal situation, making a choice. So there was two options about which way to go. But remember the question, goodness me, because I got so many questions. There was a decision to be made about which way to go. Another two about which, this is the energy that they're stewing in prior to the thing, because I did ask, with that energy shift, were they asked to hold off because there was a different plan? And I'm getting the feeling that it's a plan that is worldwide. There's more to this than what we realise. So another two, yes, a message. There was a message about asking them to hold off in regards to what path they took forward in the past in regards to this. The January the 6th. No, it's not really that. It's the battle, the fight. It's bigger than. There might have been some pushback in regards to this plan. Heated discussion is what I'm being told. Some heated discussion in regards to what plan to message to undertake, plan to undertake. I think there was some serious pushback. I feel Harris needed some serious convincing. Okay, crowning this reading. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you get. Wish fulfillment. Thank you. Really, really, really have this card as wish fulfillment, the Nine of Cups. But I am getting the wish fulfillment way of reading this cup. But this is about the MAGAs or the Republicans or the Trumpsters or whatever you like to call them, the Felon 45s, whatever you like to call them. They think they've got it. They think they've got their wish. The deal's done in the dark rooms. But here's the rat up in the rafters, pooping in the cup. Okay. Information being brought forward about, is it the vote? Is it about money? In the near future. Information being brought forward that externally is going to be a real emotional cleansing moment, overwhelming moment, new partnerships potentially, but there's cleansing out that needs to be done. Now again, 2 weeks potentially with that moon cycle. Oh, isn't it tomorrow that all the planets have lined up? The 25th, that all the 6 planets, that's going to be, just be aware of earthquakes tomorrow. The pressure of 6 planets in a row lining up on Earth is not going to be necessarily particularly kind. And if you've got any astrologers out there, let me know what that means in regards to particular charts. But yeah, externally, this is going to be, and internally, we've got Biden. This is why I got the other day that I think he will be vindicated. Yes, I was as cross as the rest of you because I felt I felt let down because I knew and you knew there was an opportunity that he did not take. But I think this is bigger than just Biden. Hopes and fears in regards to the steal, the abuse of power, betrayal, the treason, you name it. Five of Swords. Now, I know other people have different meanings for cards, but these are my meanings. Okay, we've got the outcome is the moral, financial, and ethical corruption. Homeland security. Oh, goodness me, about the bishop. Her speech, plus also the camera being back on the devil spawn and the devil in south and the hamburglar and all the rest of it. Oh my goodness. All she said was what decent Christians and decent humans don't even need to be religious follow. And didn't the old thin-skinned one take it personally? However, we have the Queen of Pentacles, my homeland security. So this information that comes forward, it might be about the financial, ethical and moral corruption in regards to homeland security. Who paid who, whom and who owes who what. But this is also my flipping of the votes card. We've got the Queen of Cups, not yet revealed. But here's the dirty old secrets being brought to the surface and exposed about treason, about betrayal. And then we have strength and the sword of truth. So, boy, oh boy. At the moment, hands are tied, feeling restricted by this multiple truths that need to come out. We've got temperance, restoring balance in the face of this heartbreak, emotional heartbreak. But we have the magician, all the tools available. Can also be my manipulation card, but I feel positive about this card today. It's almost like it's glowing at me. And then we have the best of democracy, working together, the higher authority, whether that's NATO or the ICC or whom, bringing forth the truth, a harsh truth, about the steal. About the steal, past connections with Russia, that is going to put a stop. I cannot give you, I wish I could say on Tuesday next week, but I can't. I honestly, I can't, because I think one of you gorgeous viewers said to me, trying to tell time and dates in the universal energy is like throwing peanuts at a calendar. Nothing even sticks. It just bounces off. Okay, so I might leave that there. That was because I had a big long waffle at the beginning. I am just going to warn you, please, please, please. I'll do a separate reading on the bird flu, but please keep yourself aware, and just be aware that Felon 45 is going to get worse as he's losing his grip. His grip is slipping, and as he is mocked and his followers drop off because he betrays them at every turn. And just be aware. Just be aware. Oh, and look at the card on the bottom. Love it. Absolutely love it. You've got interference with the false victory is going to be fully exposed, and then we are going to have a new beginning. And I do actually feel there will be a new election. I know it's a pain in the proverbial, but under different circumstances. It's almost like they'll have them like the Australia, New Zealand, UK, etc. elections, where they it's paper paper and it's counted. None of this machine stuff. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I shall catch you shortly. Take care.